Good afternoon, everybody. This is your friendly creative video strategist, Paul Schmidt with Introduce Multimedia, coming at you after a 1-week hiatus with the Better Call Paul Live. And I want to catch up for the last 2 weeks, so here we go. Let's just get right into it. Well, the last 2 weeks we launched a couple about a week and a half worth of videos. The first one is on the Better Call Paul channel, our farewell to Rio Town, where I and Ryan Wirt walk around Rio Town and talk about the last 6 years that we were there and all the changes that happened. If you're on our email list, you will get that video delivered right to your inbox. If not, check it out on our Better Call Paul YouTube channel. Please like and share it. The next one is the part 2 of our Library of Things videos that we did for the Capital Area District Libraries. These are videos that you can catch on YouTube as well as on the monitors within the library, so on and so forth. There is a part 3 coming, so stay tuned for that. Our Insurance Institute of Michigan Driving Michigan series ended a couple weeks ago with part 6, selecting your insurance carrier appropriately. So watch this video on certain things you should watch for your insurance carriers and what you can get out of one versus the other. Our Throwback Thursday a couple weeks ago was the Ingham County Health Department's infant mortality video that we produced for them last fall. This is a huge issue amongst the counties in this area, and this gives you a little bit of in-depth information on how to correct it, how to prevent it, and so on and so forth as an educational tool from the county health department. And a couple of Jazz Fridays ago, we listened to the Chicago Jazz Orchestra doing Witchcraft. And last week we covered the May 2017 recap video that recaps some of the videos that were launched that week. That's on the Better Call Paul channel as well. We went on to the Cristo Rey Community Center, get to know Cristo Rey, who was the winner of our hashtag Giving Tuesday video giveaway. So you caught that. See a little bit of that, and obviously lastly we had a Jazz Friday last Friday, this time with Ben Williams and sound effect providing or performing Half Steppin'. So check that all out on the Summer Solstice Jazz Festival YouTube channel. Check that out. We are going to be working with them again this year, so there will be more Jazz Friday videos coming your way. And as always, please subscribe to both of our YouTube channels, our hashtag BetterCallPaul YouTube channel. Put in that in the search bar, hashtag BetterCallPaul. And that way you get the videos that we produce in-house just for you. And then for all of our client work, please go to our Introduce Multimedia channel on YouTube. On the blog was a little lighter last couple weeks because of the holiday. So the first thing we had was my guest appearance on the Michigan Business Wrap. This is part 2, or part 1, on keys to delegation. This one is talking about how you communicate as part of a key to delegating to your employees on how to move forward with the next thing. So having firm communication skills, firm communication plan, firm communication tools to help you do the delegation, as that's what really works within your organization. Next, we have 2 podcasts, the Second Brain Collective, the last of the originals, with Chris Buck of CJBuck Consulting. He was the last of our regular shows before we put it on hiatus. That should be coming back pretty soon. Give us a list of people you want us to talk to. So that was Chris Buck, and then we went back with Ash Harris of AKEA Web Solutions, 2 of the 4 members of the Second Brain Collective currently. If you've noticed, other than the fact that there's garbage back here, I'm in a new place. So yes, we have moved. That's one of the big things that have happened over the past month. We've moved to our new location. We're not quite settled in quite yet, which will happen over the next few weeks as we we painted the place, but we got to have new carpeting and then new stuff happening in and around. So stay tuned for some of that and what's going on there. But we're happy to be in our new location with our new neighbors, Sonorama to one side, Premier Franchise Solutions to the other. We are looking forward to working with both of them and working side by side and next to them. So check it out. If you want to check out the place, give me a call and we'll set something up. Not this week, maybe next week, because we're not fully settled. We got boxes everywhere, equipment not quite where it needs to be just yet. So stay tuned for that. All right, moving on to my other channels. Personally, we got Myunocard. What were the results of the 5x5 night that we worked so hard to get to? Well, we didn't win, but we got some great feedback on what more people want to see with the card. They were real impressed with the concept. They said, this is a market nobody's tackling. So let's go from there. Let's do that. I wouldn't say that my presentation was the best, but everybody says I'm being too hard on myself. I know I could have done better, and I will. But this product of ours has quite an interest level, so we're going to try to move forward with that. On to my next thing, the ride home reviews. This week I'm going to be reviewing Wonder Woman tomorrow night. Last week I did Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Men Tell No Tales. Do not recommend. They should have stuck with the first three and kept them where they are, because the fourth one was sorry. This one was better than the fourth one. However, not good enough to really do anything with. But for all my reviews, the Ride Home Reviews, subscribe to the YouTube channel, Ride Home Reviews. The link is in the notes here. And also like my Myunocard. You can also like the Ride Home Reviews. It is on Facebook as well. Events coming up this week that I'm going to be involved with on Wednesday. My Caerusnet Lansing Green Team has the spotlight presenter will be Christina Flores of Workhorse Staffing. So please, if you're interested, that's 8 a.m. at Fox 47 on Wednesday. You can learn more about Workhorse Staffing, learn more about Christina Flores, and meet the Lansing Green Team of Caerusnet. So they'll be there. On Thursday morning, the Entrepreneur Institute Rise and Shine Breakfast is celebrating 20 years. Well, not the breakfast itself, but Entrepreneur Institute is celebrating 20 years of existence. We have a video presentation there. So that's happening at the Kellogg Center bright and early. So get there early for some early networking and see some cool videos that we produced for the organization. And so we'll be there. Hope to see you there. And on Friday, another early morning event, an early morning member mixer. This one for the Meridian Area Business Association. So that's a monthly member meeting. It's all M's in there. Meridian Area Business Association monthly member meeting. So I highly invite you to come out to that. It starts around 7:15. It is at the City Limits Bowling and Restaurant out there on out there on Saginaw Highway in Meridian Township. Hope to see you guys there. Finally, going into the news. A lot of national news last week. Here's 3 items that I want to get your attention to. Number 1, everybody heard about Kathy Griffin and what she did with the decapitated head of Donald. No, not exactly that she did anything with it, but that she had a personalization of a decapitated head of Donald Trump. Personally, I'm a freedom of speech guy. However, I do not blame any of the sponsors or any of the organizations he was connecting with dropping it. It was poor taste, very poor taste. No matter what your political leanings are, that was a joke that was more of an inside joke than needed to be an outside joke. This is my opinion. I'm a freedom of speech guy. She has the right to say that. She has the right to put it out there. But also businesses have the right to feel businesses have the right to refuse to spend money on you if they feel like that affects their brand. So I know she put on a press conference. Don't think that was a good idea. She should have just let it go. However, I'm not in her shoes. Whatever she decides to do, she decides to do. But I really thought that was poor taste, poor judgment. Didn't bother me, but I can see, personally, it didn't bother me, or I had no opinion about it. But I can see where this was a big issue with a lot of organizations. If it was my business and I did that, and I hired her to be a spokesperson, I would have had issues with that as well. Another thing, 360-degree virtual reality documentaries for nonprofits. Now, for those that know me, have talked to me, I'm not really high on the virtual reality as a general tool. It has to be used in certain, I can see it being used in certain areas for its effectiveness. I don't see it being a mainstream thing as of now. The technology won't be there to really integrate people on a regular basis, but it is a really powerful tool for situations in which you're trying to garner attention right then and there, and you have a certain use case for it. I know that there was a lot of pro bono stuff for measurement going on here, but I don't know how most nonprofits are going to have a budget for this type of production at this point in time. But read the article, see what you think, and drop me a line if you have questions about it and what your thoughts are. And lastly, I know this is a moment, but the majority of cord cutting occurred in the last 2 years. That's no kidding. My wife and I cut the cable cord several years ago. I know we were on the bleeding edge of that. However, television isn't performing. It's not delivering typically on what it needs, and there's more and more tools to get over-the-air broadcasting into your over-the-top devices. So the use of cable and the packages it delivers are not necessary. And I've been saying this for years. Between YouTube and Amazon Prime and Netflix and Hulu, those are the big hitters. And that's where people want to see things when they want to see them. They don't necessarily need or want to be tied to a time frame, to a package of channels that they don't even want to deal with, so on and so forth, and want to get what they want. And they will spend the money, but you got to deliver what people want and when they want it. So, and that also goes to show how some things, some of the big cable channels are trying to do some things, swing some things, but YouTube and Apple, there's people that are circumventing ways of distributing content that people want and when. So just keep a watch out for that. Check out the article. See the statistics on that. And lastly, the question of the week is, of course, another YouTube question. And the question is it possible to multi-live stream on YouTube? It is possible to multi-live stream on YouTube, but it is not free and it is not easy, and you need bandwidth, because you are doing multiple streams in through your computer. So you got to have really high speed internet. Recommend fiber, gig or more at least, but you can multi-stream, and you need also software that can handle that. So something like Wirecast, something like that, but you need software that you have to pay for, plus the infrastructure you have to pay for, because these are high definition streams for the most part. So you got to figure out a way to be able to have your computer, and sometimes the processing speed of the computer, you need a heavy duty computer to handle it as well. So yes, you can do it. Is it easy? No. Is it free? No. So there you go. There you have it. Thanks for tuning in. Please check out all of our channels. #BetterCallPaul, Ride Home Reviews, Introduce Multimedia. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram and Twitter. You know where to find us. And as always, be creative, and we will see you next time. And remember, if you have a video question about anything, recommendations, strategies, so on and so forth, then you know what to do. Ask me a question, and you better call Paul. See you next week. Thank you, everybody.